Everybody. Just as a reminder, again, today's sessions are being recorded so that we can go ahead and look at them later. If you have any questions at any time, feel free to just use your raised hand button up at the top of your screen, or you can put it into chat. Haley and I are keeping an eye on things, and we can go ahead and interrupt our speaker if we need to, if it's something that needs to be answered immediately. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and hold it toward the end of the class or anytime our speaker takes a break to answer and ask any questions that we have. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Chalk Digital for a great presentation on our Chalk Digital offerings and products. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I hope you can see my screen.
Everything's perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. So thanks a lot for having me. My name is Anshu, and I am the senior trainer here at Chalk, and I take care of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. I have a particular flow that I will follow through, but please, as Kristen mentioned, ask all your questions either during or towards the end of the presentation. The agenda for today is I'm going to be doing a deep dive into automated listing program, which is one of the services that we offer along with 3 other services that I'm going to be slightly touching upon during the presentation today. With that, we'll get started. So before we begin, a little bit about Chalk. We have been working with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services since 2015 and currently supporting now actually 11 countries globally for the organization. And of course, North America or US is one of them. If you want to know about Chalk, Chalk is simply a location-based digital advertising platform. And what that means is if you have users in a specific location, that could be a city, a state, a zip, or a radius, or multiple zip codes or cities, you can simply target these users digitally on their smart devices based on the location signals that we receive. And we work with a lot of verticals and have applied all of the best practices of advertising from these verticals to real estate as well. Now, as I was telling you, we'll be doing a deep dive into automated listing program, but that is not the only service that we offer to the network. We also have 3 other services, and if time permits, I'm going to be touching upon them. We exclusively work with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. These products are tailored and designed and created for you and the network. So we will not go and offer these services to your competition. It's only for the network and all of the realtors that are part of this group. I will not touch upon digital marketing goals. We all understand how important digital marketing in today's era is, and it comprises of having a very good social media presence and then building upon that. And based on how the users have started behaving today, even marketing your listings, open house, and everything related to the listing and everything that you're doing for you and your team digitally. Now, when I talk about Chalk, digital advertising within the listing space is one of the important things that we do. However, we are not just limited to that. If you have recruitment-based campaigns, if you have just brand marketing that you want to do, if you want to award someone, if you want to sponsor campaigns for someone, all of that is possible through all of these different services that we offer to the entire network. Now, this screen just shows you a glimpse of sample ads that your end customer will see on their devices. Now, over here, I have just shown you smartphones, but these ads are also getting delivered on laptops, desktops, different sizes of tablets, and of course, different sizes of phones. And if you're doing TV ads, of course, they are going on your big screen. But the idea is when a user is browsing through different applications and websites, be it news, weather, sports, or any entertainment application, if they happen to be in the location that you are targeting, they would be seeing your ad, and this ad could be listing ad or any other branding ad. But because we're talking about automated listing program today, I have shown you some examples of just listing ads. Okay, with that, we will now begin our deep dive into automated listing program. Now, we are located within the resource center. So you simply log in into your resource center, and when you find the chalk tile, you click on that and you would be directed to these 4 services. The one that we are focusing on today is the automated listing program. So at a very high level, as soon as a listing goes active, an ad is automatically created for that listing, which runs in a 15-mile radius for the first 7 days at no cost or no charges to the listing agent, because this is sponsored by corporate. But beyond the 7 days, the agent has the option to extend or boost the listing through paid extension. Now, when you decided to go ahead with a second week of paid or a boost listing, you can change the 15-mile radius to any radius of your choice, or you can target the listing in zip codes of your choice or cities, which is not possible during the prepaid or the first week that is sponsored by corporate. Now, as I was telling earlier, these ads appear on different applications and website, and there are more than 25,000 premium branded applications that fall into the category of news, business, weather, sports, and of course, we do Facebook and Instagram, that is social media syndication. Now, at any given point, be it the prepaid promotion period or the paid promotion period, agents have the option to edit the campaign. They have the option to change the look and feel of the campaign. They also have the option to add seller information. So even the seller gets notified of the amazing marketing that you're doing on behalf of their listings. And there are certain number of impressions or ad views that are guaranteed. If we are not able to deliver those within the given time, we either pay you the money back or you can extend the campaign. Now, as I had mentioned earlier, everything is happening within Resource Center, so you do not have to go to any website or log in anywhere. There are a lot of new things that are there, including leads for paid extensions that I will be covering in the upcoming slides. So these are just some of the samples on different screen sizes that you would be seeing of the ad. And yes, we do social media, that is Facebook and Instagram ads as well. So as I was mentioning you, once you log in into Resource Center, you click on the chalk tile, and that's how you get access to all of our services. Now, Chalk is monitoring all of the listings in the backend. As soon as a listing goes active, that is the status changes to active, an ad is automatically created in the backend, and then you, the listing agent, receives an email congratulating you on the listing and telling you that that an ad is going to go live for this listing in the next 24 hours, and you have the option to change the look and feel of the listing. And again, even if the agent decides not to do anything, the ad would still go live the next day, run for 7 days and stop. But at any given time, as I had mentioned earlier, you have the option to customize or change the ad. So once you receive this email, if you decide you want to make changes to the ad, you simply click on the Customize Ad and Register Client button. Once you do that, you would be taken to the template screen. Now here we have 5 templates and 1 upload your own. So you have the option to pick and choose any template that you like. The default that we are asked to use by a corporate is Cabernet, but you can choose any other template of your choice. And if you don't like any of these designs, you have the option to upload your own designs. Once you do that, you can click on Next. On the screen, you have the option to change the money shot for the listing. We always pick the first image that we receive from the MLS gallery, but because we integrate with all of the other ads as well, or the designs images as well, you have the option to pick and choose the one that you like. You also have the option to change your contact details and your headshot. Now, please remember, any changes that you're making here are only specific to this listing ad. If you want to make any permanent changes to your profile, that is your contact information and images, you would have to do that in the Resource Center profile. But any change that you make here is only specific to this ad. Once you have made all of the changes, you simply click on the next button. Now over here, this is the page to change your targeting. For the first 7 days, this is logged to 15-mile radius. However, if you are editing a campaign beyond the initial 7 days, that is, you are adding a boost or running an additional week or 2 weeks, you would have an option to decide how you want to target this ad. It could be radius-based targeting, and it could be 15 miles less or more, or it could be city, state, kind of marketing, and you can add multiple zip codes and multiple cities for your targeting. Again, during the pre-promotion period, this is logged to 15 miles, but beyond the first 7 days, this also gets added, and you can decide how you want to or where you want your ads to be delivered. Once you have made all of the changes, you simply click on the next button. This is a very important screen. Over here, you have the option to add your seller email. You can add up to 10 email IDs. So you simply add their name, their email ID, and add seller, and you can keep adding up to 10 if you want to. The email that goes out to the seller is at the same frequency as the email that goes out to the agent, but the ad looks a little bit different. So if you want to see the ad that your seller is getting, you can add your email ID as well. Now, once a user sees the ad, if they find the ad relevant and are interested in the listing, they can click on the ad. When they click on the ad, they are taken to a listing landing page. Now, corporate provides us a default landing page for every listing. However, if as a listing agent, you have your own website or web page, and if you want users to come to that web page, you can simply delete this address over here and copy and paste your landing page URL. And again, you can do this at any time, but if you have any analytics integrated to your own landing page and you want to see how much traffic is coming to your own landing page, you should always be adding your website URL rather than using corporates. Also, every campaign is given a unique name by our platform. If you have multiple listings that are active at the same time in the same zip code, these unique names can be confusing. So you can give any campaign a name of your choice. And again, changing this name is not going to change anything on the campaign delivery side. It's just a name that you give to any of your listing ads. And once you have made all of these changes, you simply click on the next button. This is an optional screen. The platform will ask you if you want to run the campaign beyond the first week, which is paid by corporate. And if you decide to do so, you can actually add additional weeks. And again, if you do not want to do that, that's okay, because you can add additional weeks anytime later as well. And once you have made all of the changes, you simply go on to the next screen, which is the summary screen. If everything looks okay, you click on the publish button. Only when you click on the publish button is when Chalk would receive all of the changes that you have made to the listing ad. So it's very important to follow all of these screen prompts. Even if you're not making any changes, simply click on next until you hit the publish button. I wanted to pause here because after this, I'm going to be talking about analytics and how to boost a campaign. I just wanted to pause and see if there are any questions so far.
If you have any questions, again, remember you can go ahead and just raise your hand or you can pop it into chat. So far, we don't have anything quite yet. Everything has been fabulous. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So here are just some samples of the ads that get created in the backend if there are more than one listing agent. So if you have 2 listing agents or more, the ad would have some animation. Again, all of this is happening in the backend because we want to show the information for all of these agents. And both the agents will have the option to make changes to the ad. Now, this is in the black and white background, and this is in the Cabernet background, just different ads. Now, please remember, I'm showing you 5 different sizes here because in the backend, all of these sizes are getting created for the same ad. If a user happens to be on a smartphone, they would be seeing these versions of the ad. If they are actually on a larger screen, that is a tablet or a laptop or desktop, they would be seeing these ads. If they are in Facebook, this is the type of ad that they're going to be seeing. Again, just FYI slides for your information. As soon as the listing ad is live and has run for 24 hours or 1 day, the listing agent starts receiving email on how the campaign has been performing. And this would have information about a heat map in terms of the concentration of where the ads are getting delivered. Now, please remember, during the first week, the concentration would be within a 15-mile radius because that's where it's logged at. And you will have information in terms of how many ad views happened in a day, how many clicks happened, and the click-through rate, which is nothing but the ratio of clicks over ad views in percentages. This number is going to be relatively small, 1 or 2%, but please remember, this is considered as a very good number when it comes to digital advertising performance because clicks are always going to be fewer than ad views. Now, if you want to dig deeper into how the campaign has been performing, you simply click on the View Analytics Report button. And once you click on that, you would be automatically taken to a screen, again, which is within Resource Center, where you'll be seeing how the campaign has been performing on a day-to-day basis. If you have run the campaign for 6 days, you would see a bar graph like this. If it had been running for 14 days, you would see a bar graph which would expand over a period of 2 weeks. Ad views, clicks, and CTR on a daily basis, and the heat map for views and clicks. And at the bottom, you would be seeing the different sources or the devices that the users were using when they clicked on your ad. A similar email goes out to the seller as well, which is a little bit simpler. And in that email, they also get all of this information in terms of how the campaign has been performing. And they also get information on the different websites and application that the ad was delivered. So yeah, if you want a copy of this email as well, you can simply add your email ID within the seller section that I just showed a few slides back. Okay, so the ad, the prepaid promotion or the first 7 days of the listing ads have been running. And once you reach towards the end of the first 7 days, you receive an email telling you that your listing promotion is going to end. However, you have the option to extend the campaign beyond the prepaid promotion. So you receive this email, you simply click on the extend button to extend or boost your listing. Even if you miss this email or you don't want to boost your listing right after the prepaid promotion, that's okay too. You simply log into your resource center, click on the chalk tile, and then click on Get Started under Automated Listing Program. You would be directed to all of your listings. And even if your prepaid promotion is going on, that it's active, you can decide to extend beyond whenever the initial week ends. Or even if your campaign has already ended, it has finished, you still have the option to extend just by logging into the resource center and going under ALP and deciding which of your listings you want to extend. Now, please see, while the campaign is active, you have the option to edit the campaign using the pen or the pencil icon. But when the campaign has finished, you would not have the option to edit the campaign because the campaign has already done delivering. But when you extend the campaign, you would again have the option to make changes to the look and feel of the ad if you decide to. So any button that you click that is either in your email or on your portal, you would be taken to a screen like this. And when you click on the extend, you would be taken to the optional page that we had seen previously, where you decided to either add additional weeks at that time or did not decide to do that. But again, if you decide to, you have the option and you can start by $49.95 for a week, which gives you 7,000 ad views. And you can decide to start that campaign the same day, the next day, or any future date. That's totally up to you. And at this point, if you want to make more changes to the look and feel of the ad, you simply click on the edit button, and this will take you to the same flow that we saw from template to the look and feel of your headshot, or making changes to the listing details, or adding your seller information and changing the URL. So again, if you decide to do that, you simply click on the edit button. But if everything looks okay, you simply add to cart and then enter your payment information towards the left. Now, I wanted to give you some differences between the prepaid promotion that the corporate sponsors and then the ones that you add on to the already promoted listing. It's always amazing to get a start that corporate is doing for any of the listing that goes active, but I wanted to just highlight few differences. During the first 7 days, the ad only runs within a 15-mile radius. Beyond that, you have the option to change it to any radius or target based on city, zip, or even state. Initially, the landing page destination is default, that is given by corporate, but at any given time, you have the option to change those. You also have the option to edit or add seller information. You can add up to 10. Now, there's one great feature that is there when you are actually boosting or extending your campaigns, and that is generating opt-in leads by the user. And this is happening via social media. So if the ads get delivered on Facebook during the first 7 days, it's just a simple Facebook ad. However, beyond the 7 days, when you're actually boosting the listing, you can receive leads. And what that actually means is this screen. So when a user sees your ad, there is an option to enter the user information. That is, if they like this listing ad and if they want to learn more about this listing ad, they have to enter their information to learn more about this listing. And at that time, the user says, yeah, you have the option to share my information with the listing agent. So they share their information with you, and you actually receive an email, something like this for the Facebook ad, which tells you contact details of the user that is interested in your listing. These leads are only getting generated beyond the first 7 days. That is when you decide to boost the listing. This is a simple Facebook ad that any user would see, and the same ad turns into a lead ad when you're actually boosting beyond the prepaid promotion. These are again just some FYI slides, and very soon, that is towards the end of this month, there will be a new announcement where instead of just listed ad, you would have the option to even promote open house and just sold ad. Everything will be possible through the automated listing program portal. It's always a good idea to keep your resource center profile data updated, because we are picking all of the information from there when we are creating these automated ads for you. Sometimes when you log into Resource Center, you would see a red exclamation mark against your listing. And that means that although the listing is active, the ad is not running because there is some information that is missing. And once you add that information, the ad starts running. This information usually either is the agent ID or something missing on the MLS side, or we do not have images for the MLS or for the listing. Again, you do not miss out on anything. It's just that if the ad was supposed to go live in 24 hours, it would go live in 48 hours based on when all of that information is provided. But yeah, it's always a good idea to log into Resource Center and check if you have a red exclamation mark against listing. This should always be a green exclamation mark, which means everything is good and the ad once created would be good to go. Before I talk about different marketing resources or the information that is available within Resource Center, I just want to pause and see if there are any questions.
We haven't had any questions yet. Just a
Okay.
reminder, you can always click on the raise your hand and we can take a Q&A at the end if we need to. Thanks.
All right, so sometimes you would want to share this information with your seller when you're meeting them or presenting these digital marketing ideas to them. So there are videos, flyers, and slides that are available within the Resource Center, and they can be edited. So you can actually add your headshot and your logo when you're meeting them. You simply have to go into Learn Center and look for everything that is available within the Chalk folder. We very closely work with the CST team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. So anytime if you have a question, you can either reach out to them or you can reach out to support@Chalk Digital. And we always work together to solve any Chalk related product related issues. Most of the times, because we are integrated with Resource Center, we would need their help, or there could be issues that could be resolved quickly at their end. So you can reach out to any one of them. And again, we work hand in hand. So any issue that you have can be resolved quickly. That is all that I had. And if there is interest in time, I can actually talk about the other three services, but if not, we can always take it at a different time because I do not want this session to be an information overload for everyone.
I think this is a great place to pause for the day. And I think that we can all agree we would love to have you back again to be able to cover some of the other Chalk Digital products in the future. This has been a lot of great information today for everybody. So let me see it. Looks like we just had a question. Hold on one second here. So the question is about lead capture in the first 7 days. Is there any lead capture available, or do we not get any lead capture in that first 7 days of an ALP campaign?
Great question. No, if the first 7 days is referring to the corporate sponsored week, there is no lead capture. Lead capture only begins when you decide to extend or boost the listing beyond the first 7 days.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. All right. Are there any additional questions? Go ahead and click that hand raise, or you can pop it into chat real quick. Any additional questions at all?
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
It's Ann Brewer. Back to the flyer. Can you show us where to click to? You just talked about it a second ago.
Yes.
Or the information. I love to show this in my presentations, but especially the video, kind of showing them how it, the ad follows you around and all that good stuff. Where do I find that?
So you, I don't know can you all see this screen that I just moved from my presentation screen to the Resource Center?
We just see it says resources available for marketing use.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, that's because of the screen that I'm sharing. What I'll do is I will share the link with Kristen on where you can find this information, but it's very easy. Once you log into Resource Center, there is a tile right below Chalk Digital, which is called Learn Center. And within Learn Center, you have a folder called Chalk, which has a lot of presentations, videos, and information, pricing sheets related to all of the products. Or you simply go into Resource Center and type ALP, and it'll give you all of the videos and flyers that it has related to ALP. But because I'm sharing a different screen and talking about a different screen, what I'll do is I'll actually send a link to Kristen right after the call, if that's okay.
If you'll permit me real quick, I can share my screen. I actually have Marketing Resource up and I can show you guys how to do that real quick live.
That'd be great because I'm on it and I can't I don't see
Sure.
what she's, thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm in Marketing Resource right now. Hopefully you guys all know how to get there. So if you're on Resource Center, you're going to click on Marketing Resource. And right here, you have a giant search bar right here. So you can put a couple of things in here. You can either put ALP, which is that automated listing program. If you click on ALP, it's going to bring up, here's a slideshow and a video. There's your flyer right there. You can also put in the word chalk. It's all labeled by chalk as well. What that's going to do is it's going to bring up those videos for you, but it's also going to give you the preview of some of those ads that you can run in some of the other programs that are available too. So ALP, if you want to really narrow it down just for the marketing materials, or you can put in chalk to see everything that's available on here. Does that answer your question?
Yep, I found it. Thanks so much.
All right, perfect. That was a fabulous question. Thank you.
Kristen, I have one more request. Now
Sure.
you are actually within Marketing Resource. Can you go back one screen, which is actually Resource Center?
I can. Give me 1 second. I have it pulled up in another window here. We're playing musical screens here on my end, so hold on 1 second.
No problem.
All right, there we are.
Yeah, so you see the tile which is called Chalk Digital. Below that is Learn Center when you click on that. And here you have more information about tutorials and presentations. And if you scroll down, you can actually find a folder called Chalk under Exceed Partners.
Mine's going to be a little bit different because I'm an admin in here. So there we go.
Yeah. And again, here, apart from the flyers that Kristen mentioned that are very seller focused, here you have information on everything that we can do for the entire network. And you have different overview presentations, videos, and pricing sheets that you can refer to if you are stuck on any of our services.
If you have not taken the Learn Center training for Chalk yet, it's a great presentation. It even expands on what we've learned today live. Learn Center is a great place to learn about all the tools that we're actually going over for BHHS as well. There you go. All right.
Yeah, again, just an FYI.
No, that was perfect. Thank you for showing us those additional resources. Did anybody have any more questions today? All right. If there are no other questions today, I would like to thank Anshu for being here today and giving us a great presentation on the ALP program and an overview on Chalk Digital. It's certainly an exciting program we all use, so it's great to learn more about it. Just as a reminder, our next session is going to start at 1 p.m. and that is going to be Byside/Percy AI. They're actually rebranding themselves. So hopefully you can join us again here at 1 and learn some more about some of our products. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks a lot for having me.